Renowned anthropologist Peter Kropotkin once remarked, "Mutual aid is as much a law of animal life as mutual struggle." Now let's dissect the notion of mutual aid. This principle goes beyond merely assisting your neighbor with their shopping bags, albeit that's a part of it. It's aid that takes root in the heart of nature. From ants selflessly providing for their commune with shared meals, to trees in a forest transferring nourishment via their roots, mutual aid is integral to existence on Earth. But imagine this theory of mutual aid was integrated into the fabric of human society? What if we restructured our economies to revolve around cooperation rather than competition? It may appear as a distant utopia, but let's examine the alternative. Our present economic framework thrives on competition, wherein triumph frequently entails the defeat of others, and wealth is amassed by a minority. This system encourages disparity and societal divide, and it's often incongruous with the well-being of our planet. The ecological toll of our competitive economy is alarming. The relentless pursuit of profit results in overproduction and overconsumption, leading us to exploit and exhaust our natural resources at a distressing pace. This methodology unsustainable, and the repercussions are becoming increasingly evident. But there is the possibility of a different approach. Mutual aid offers an alternative. Rather than vying for resources, we could distribute them evenly. Instead of manufacturing goods for profit, we could produce based on necessity. Rather than exploiting our planet, we could coexist in harmony with it. In an economy founded on necessity, we would prioritize the well-being of society and the health of our environment. Cooperation would supersede competition, and we would collectively ensure the fulfillment of everyone's requirements. This is more than just an idealistic dream, it's a viable reality. It proposes a society that prioritizes individuals over profit and long-term sustainability over fleeting gain. Visualize a society where collaboration rather than competition is the prevalent ethos. A society where requirements, not desires, dictate economic activity. Welcome to the realm of a needs-based economy. In a hypothetical society where the needs-based economy reigns, the principles of mutual aid and cooperation are at its core. Imagine a world where resources are not hoarded, but shared, where the distribution is not based on wealth or power, but on actual need. This is the essence of a needs-based society. Picture a bustling community market where people come not with wallets, but with their needs. The baker doesn't trade his loaves for coins, but for the assurance that his own needs will be met by his fellow citizens. The farmer doesn't count his crops in potential earnings, but in the nourishment they will provide to his community. The doctor doesn't clock in and out, but offers her skills and knowledge to those who require them, knowing her own health and well-being are cared for by others. In this society, decisions aren't made in boardrooms or behind closed doors. They are made collectively, in open forums where every voice counts. It's a society where the concept of majority rules is replaced with consensus-based decision-making. Every individual's voice, every perspective, every concern is heard, considered, and respected. And this society doesn't just care for its people, it cares for its environment too. It recognizes that our well-being is intrinsically linked to the health of our planet. So, every economic decision takes into account its environmental impact. Waste is minimized, resources are conserved, and sustainability is not just an afterthought, but a principle ingrained in every aspect of the economic system. In this world, competition is replaced with cooperation, and the pursuit of personal gain gives way to the pursuit of collective well-being. This is not a utopian dream, but a blueprint of a society where mutual aid, cooperation, and environmental responsibility form the pillars of the economy. A society that's not just about surviving, but about thriving together. A society where the well-being of all is the common goal, and every individual plays a part in achieving it. Transitioning from our current economic system to a needs-based economy may seem daunting, but it is possible. Imagine a world where competition is replaced by cooperation, where the pursuit of personal gain gives way to the fulfillment of collective needs. This is more than just a utopian dream. It's a viable reality we can all work towards. The first step in this journey is fostering an understanding of what a needs-based economy truly means. It's not about giving up what we have, but rather, redefining what we value. It's about recognizing that our collective well-being is intertwined with the well-being of each individual. Next, we must actively engage in promoting and practicing mutual aid. This isn't about charity, it's about solidarity and reciprocity. It's about recognizing that we are all in this together, that your struggle is my struggle and your success is my success. Education is also paramount. We need to educate ourselves and others about the impacts of our current economic system and the potential benefits of a needs-based approach. This isn't a one-off lesson, but a continuous process of learning, unlearning, and relearning. At the same time, we must be prepared for resistance. Transitioning to a needs-based economy challenges the status quo and the power structures that uphold it. But remember, every monumental shift in history faced opposition. The key is to stay committed, to stay united, and to remember the vision of the world we're striving for. Lastly, we must remember that change doesn't happen overnight. This will be a gradual process, one that requires patience and perseverance. But every step we take, no matter how small, brings us closer to a more equitable, sustainable, and inclusive world. Yes, it's a radical change, but one that promises a fairer, more sustainable, and more inclusive world. The benefits of a needs-based economy extend far beyond just economic fairness. Imagine a world where our economic system is not driven by profit, but by the needs of its people. This concept, though radical, can bring about a multitude of benefits that could fundamentally change society as we know it. Firstly, a needs-based economy can dramatically improve social cohesion. By shifting our focus from personal gain to collective well-being, we foster a greater sense of unity and mutual respect. No longer pitted against each other in a race for resources, we begin to recognize the value in each person and the importance of supporting one another. Secondly, this economic model can significantly reduce inequality. In a society where resources are distributed based on need, the wealth gap narrows. No longer would the majority of wealth be held in the hands of a select few. Instead, everyone would have access to the resources they require to live a comfortable and fulfilling life. Thirdly, a needs-based economy could greatly enhance our environmental sustainability. By focusing on need rather than want, we promote mindful consumption and reduce waste. We'd no longer produce goods and services at the expense of our environment, but would instead prioritize the preservation of our planet. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, a needs-based economy could increase our overall well-being. When we are free from the pressures of competing for resources, we have more time and energy to invest in things that truly matter: our health, our relationships, our passions, and our personal growth. The potential benefits of a needs-based economy are profound and far-reaching. They offer a vision of a more equitable, sustainable, and fulfilling future. But it's not just about creating a better world for ourselves. It's about creating a world where the well-being of all is prioritized, where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, and where mutual aid and cooperation replace competition and self-interest. In a needs-based economy, we all win. Now the question is, are we ready to embrace a needs-based economy? This is not just a question for economists or policymakers, it's a question for each one of us. Because a needs-based economy is not just about economic structures, it's about a shift in values, attitudes, and behaviors. It's about choosing cooperation over competition, mutual aid over individual gain, sustainability over exploitation. So how can we as individuals contribute to this shift? First, we can educate ourselves. There's a wealth of resources out there about needs-based economies, from books and articles to podcasts and documentaries. Let's immerse ourselves in these resources. Let's understand the principles, the benefits, the challenges. Let's equip ourselves with the knowledge we need to make informed decisions and to engage in meaningful conversations. Second, we can start these conversations in our own communities. Let's talk to our friends, our families, our colleagues about what a needs-based economy could look like. Let's discuss how it could address the pressing issues of our time, from poverty and inequality to climate change and resource depletion. Let's imagine together a world where everyone's needs are met, where we care for our planet, and where mutual aid and cooperation are the norm, not the exception. Third, we can advocate for policies that promote these values. We can vote for politicians who support mutual aid and cooperation. We can lobby for laws that prioritize people and the planet over profits. We can join or start movements that push for a needs-based economy. The road to a needs-based economy is not an easy one. It requires courage, commitment, and collective action. But the rewards are immense. Imagine a world where no one goes hungry, where everyone has access to quality education and healthcare, where we live in harmony with nature. Isn't that a world worth fighting for? Together, we can build a society where everyone's needs are met, where we care for our planet, and where mutual aid and cooperation are the norm, not the exception. The future is in our hands. Let's make it a needs-based one.